welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Katherine. I am a mom of two, and I share real life motherhood routines, food, side hustles, and just figuring things out as we go. In my last video, I shared my experience reselling through Facebook BST groups, which just stands for buy, sell, and trade groups, consignment sales, and buying my first pallet. Today, I wanted to continue that conversation and talk about where else I resold online and what my experience was on each platform. I want to be really honest in this video because reselling looks very different depending on the platform, your personality, and honestly, like what season of life you're in. None of these platforms are bad, they're just different. What works for one person might not work for another, especially as a mom. Facebook groups were where I felt most comfortable starting out. They just felt very community based, especially mom heavy groups like the Bamboo, BST groups. I really liked being able to interact directly with the buyers, price things more affordable, and move items quickly. The downside was managing the posts, the approvals, and keeping track of items across multiple groups, which is why I eventually created my own group. Poshmark felt more structured and familiar, especially for clothing. It worked best when I stayed active, sharing listings, engaging regularly. The platform is very brand focused, or nicer or trendier items tend to do better. The downside for me was the time commitment. It required consistent engaging, and during a season with two very young kids, that felt like a lot. eBay gave me access to a bigger audience, which was great, especially for items that were new with tag or harder to find. I also liked eBay for items I found at the consignment sale because buyers were often searching for very specific things. The downside was that eBay required more attention to detail, descriptions, the shipping, the accuracy, and customer expectations were higher. It wasn't difficult, but it was just more hands-on. As a mom, that's just hard. The next one is Mercari. Mercari felt very straightforward and simple. Listing was easy, shipping felt less complicated compared to some other platforms. Things could move a little slower depending on the item, but it was a good option for items that didn't need a lot of promotion. Overall, it felt like a lower pressure platform, which I like. I still am selling on Mercari. Whatnot was very different because it's very live-based and fast-paced. It can be really fun if you are comfortable on a camera and enjoy selling in real time, but it also does require a lot of energy, consistency, and scheduling. During the season I was in with a baby and a toddler, it was exciting, but it was also a lot to juggle. It's definitely not passive. The biggest lesson I have learned is that there's no best platform. There's just the best platform for you in your life right now. For me, flexibility always mattered more than chasing the biggest number. I needed something that could fit into nap times, help from family, and unpredictable days, especially as a mom. Some advice for beginners. If you're interested in reselling, my biggest advice is to start with one platform, learn it well, and give yourself time before expanding. It's really easy to feel overwhelmed trying to be everywhere at once, and that's usually when people get burned out. If you want, I can go deeper into any of these platforms in future videos, like what sold best for me, how much time each one took, or what I would do differently if I started over again. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.